Hello everyone, and welcome to something I've wanted to do for ages, but always kind of gone, it'll probably be really lame, so I haven't, which now makes me wonder why I'm deciding to do it now. It's a serious question, actually, almost as serious as the question as to why Widowmaker has my pajamas on. Either way, I obviously love the lore of this game. I talk about it a lot, and every single comic that comes out, I instantly devour it, and then regret it because it's not food. And I'm like, I don't get to really share the experience, so I wondered, what if I just go through it like I'm experiencing it for the first time with all of you guys sat round me as we're like, oh, look at that, oh, that was so cool. So let's do it. Here we have Overwatch Doomfist, the Masquerade. Ooh, this'll be cracking. Oh, off to a great start there. Krathum, which does sound like the name of a demon lord, I will admit. So we've got Doomfist breaking through walls, as is his unfortunate bad habit. You know, some people chew gum, some people bite their lip. Doomfist, well, he punches through walls. So Talon was there to just casually pick him up out of his cell, and I'm going to assume that that is a Reaper being all sassy to him. Oh yeah, dude, trying to. I was delayed. You know, the wall took a few extra punches than I was expecting. You know how it is when you're punching through walls. Tell me about the Russian mission. So the Russian mission is, of course, going to be referring to the one with Sombra that we saw in her cinematic. So it's tying that together, where they tried to get to the head of Volskaya and, well, cause general shenanigansy evil throughout the globe. We were supposed to kill Katya Volskaya. We failed. I'm trying to get my best Reaper on, you know. Whose idea was it anyway? Viali. So then, Viali is a new name, and in fact, technically this person authorized this mission. They wanted Volskaya gone because she was starting to be hard to control. So clearly this implies she's maybe had dealings with Talon before, but is getting a little bit too independent for this Viali's taste. But then Doomfist is like, no, that trait makes her good, because he's all about people that fight. So we got conflict brewing in Talon. Volskaya is more useful alive, always has been. Sombra would agree with you. She's been up to some extracurricular activities. She thinks he's clever, but I've been keeping tabs on her. Ooh, alright. So, I mean, this makes sense. Sombra is, of course, really ridiculously cocky and would totally be like, Reaper Shmeeper. He has no idea. I am just the best in the business. So I could totally see her letting her guard down enough for Reaper to actually know what's going on. Because the thing is, despite all of his immense edge, he is the leader of a special ops team. Like, he has the skills to stay on top of these things. And I feel like people often underestimate, or at least forget, that Reaper does have that going. I don't mind a little ambition in my people. I saw that someone killed Mondad. He's basically just getting an update on all of Talon's misdeeds, which is really cool. Like, alright, I'm out of prison. Catch me up to speed on your evilness. Clearly, this guy doesn't follow them on Twitter. Lacroix. Tensions in London are boiling over. Hasn't been this bad since after the uprising. Okay, it's really awesome to get other perspectives on all these cinematics. And look, he's even got the one with Winston. That was a missed opportunity, but who would have thought Overwatch would get involved? Speaking of which, I retrieved part of the Overwatch database. So even though it was technically stopped, he's still got an incomplete list of names. That's very interesting, because obviously Reaper very much wants to hunt down the remaining members of Overwatch that are still alive somewhere, because he does hold, let's just say, a little bit of a grudge against them. But that right there is actually why Reaper and Doomfist don't always get along. They're both on the Council of Talon, and they are said to disagree a lot, and I bet that's because Reaper wants the focus to be Overwatch revenge, whereas Doomfist is the idealist. He wants to cause conflict to strengthen himself from it. He basically does represent in human form. So, when those goals don't align, when increasing conflict doesn't involve messing with Overwatch, they probably disagree.
Morrison and Amari, I hope you're not feeling sentimental. Not yet, no.
Okay, I wonder if there is anything there. It would at least make Reaper a little bit more interesting if he had something stirring within him that wasn't pure darkness. We can do with all that later. First, I want to speak with Maximilian. Another new name. We're getting loads of details on the evil side of things. I'm doing that little hand flappy thing that you do, like you shake your hands in your face, like for some reason when you're happy, you know what I'm talking about. I am full hand flap right now.
Need a loan? I need to get the lay of the land. And some new clothes. Why is Reaper now Doomfist? My voice work needs to be worked on.
Monaco. Okay. Oh, well, wow. he is so kingpinny. Look at his face. He is like, damn, I know I look great. Look at me. Oh, I'm just the sexiest. Like, come on. That is a face that is just screaming smugness. My word. That is... Oh, wow. God damn, that is just incredible. I mean, seriously, look at them.
I was impressed by your performance in London. Talon could use more operatives like you, especially given recent lapses. You know you're on the open channel.
I do like that they have a little bit of a misstep going on there. That's kind of nice. Okay. Ask her about... So we've even got Sombra here as well, so everyone is getting in on this. Spare me the commentary, just let me know if anything seems out of the ordinary. You're making me think you don't trust him. Interesting. I don't trust anyone. Maximilian. Ooh. Akande. Is that racist to robots? Potentially. Is this a straight-up evil Omnic? I mean, he does have the red glow, and he does look pretty freaking cool. How's Lady Luck treating you tonight? You know there's no such thing as luck, otherwise they may actually let us play the games. Look at him, he just literally looks like Sith Lord Zenyatta. You're looking well. You sound surprised. Prison is a hard place. Accidents happen all the time. I'm very careful. Apparently. Is this crazy? Am I just crazy now? Is this... Have you all stopped watching? Because, like, it's pretty late. And I have been dealing with, like, moving house all day. So I'm very kind of stressed and exhausted. And I was like... I sat down and I was like... I need to deal with this comic. But I want to do this thing finally. Am I making a horrible decision here? Am I effectively just some dude on the internet reading speech bubbles in a robot voice and hoping that people will somehow find that bearable? Have I reached that point in my life? Voulez-vous lancer de ce madame? Merci, merci. And yet plans have progressed even while you've been out of contact. War between Omnics and humans seems all but inevitable. So even a Omnic is wanting a little bit of Omnic war. That's really awesome. There's a little bit of an element of an evil Omnic other side to it. Because so far the Omnics have been painted, or at least, you know, the Zenyatta ones, in very much a monkey harmony good light. Les jeux sont faits, rien ne le fait plus. I don't know. I don't speak. Thanks in no small part to your friend here. Tout le placé pour moi. Mes compliments. I don't know what I'm saying. Sept! Oh, 7. Yeah, that would make sense. So, you know, they're having a nice little schmoozing talk, playing some games of chance,
while getting a little bit of a lowdown on what's been happening, because effectively Talon's been operating without Doomfist, one of its leaders, and now he's out. He really wants to, well, get back to business. You know, he's been out the game too long.
And this guy then, via him saying our, is clearly a member of Talon, and clearly someone who has influence in Talon, probably someone also on this council that was in Doomfist's bio. So we have ourselves an Omnic on the other side of the spectrum, an Omnic that actually wants to be in Talon, but I do wonder if this Omnic developed this way on his own, or if maybe he was converted by some Talon shenanigansy. What if they have a way to straight make Omnics, let's say, less than savory? Because why would he have red glowing? Look, let's actually analyze this for a second. Why would he be glowing red with his eyes? Is there either A, just a random colour an Omnic's eyes glow? Or is it B, a choice each Omnic makes? Or is it C, they made him evil so they put cool evil red glows in? Because you got to think about this from a character design, because this could obviously be a playable hero in the future, someone for really Zenyatta to properly have mad robot beef with. And I have a feeling that it's, I kind of want to say lazy just to give him red glowing eyes, right? Because why can't you have an evil Omnic that just looks like all the other Omnics look? Then again, Bastion's eye turns red when he's in combat mode, right? So maybe it's actually an emotional thing. If Zenyatta got really angry, would his lights turn red? And I think that is definitely worth exploring, like the fact he has the pie symbol on his chest. But either way, they're talking about money. And I can only assume that in Doomfist's absence, Talon has perhaps, let's say, lost focus, or at least the focus that Doomfist wants. Because if the others are worried, clearly Talon is doing profitable crime, you know, like proper mobstery type organized crime, which, by the way, this whole scene very much feels like, which is cool. And with Doomfist, it's more an ideal, whereas it seems to have degenerated into let's rob things and make money. So, of course, there might be people that actually would rather Doomfist stay, well, locked up. FUNSIES! Ooh? Who are they? As I said, many were happy to see you go away. We're gonna see a brawl. Time to go, Lacroix. Lacroix. I'm really bad at that. It's bad luck to leave the table when you're shooting. So has he set them up? Or is this just happening anyway? And of course they rolled snake eyes, and he is launched at them. No! That's pretty good. Ooh. Hey, that's a exactly almost the same camera angle as her mistletoe intro, which is kind of nice. But they are throwing down. Whoo, 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 that is quite the freaking bunch. The thing is, I love how much of a competent fighter they paint him as, even without the gauntlet. That is absolutely, I mean, it's just awesome. It really enhances his intimidation factor. I mean, the best way to describe everything that's happening is very much a mafia-esque feel, right? You know, meeting in a casino, having a talk with some shady customer, having a group of rival guys try and come and take you out in the frickin' public. You know, it very much feels like criminal underground, organized crime side of things. You know, when we're getting a much more expanded picture of Talon than 3 people sat in a room going, let's attack Volskaya, yeah! Which is what it initially appeared to be. They were very cartoony. They were basically Dr. Evil's organization, but in Overwatch, whereas now we're getting a very much larger scope on things, and how there is apparently this entire more complex criminal underground that is trying to very much pull strings behind the scene, and that's awesome. Take care of the mess, Max. I'll see you in Venice. Alright, we're off to Venice. We're at Venice. That was quick. We did it. Proud of everyone. We absolutely did it. Okay. I will admit, by the way, imagine being able to play it as White Suit Doomfist as a skin. Ooh, we're actually about to snipe the crap out of him.
Well, there we go. 95% power, so definitely under 300 health for that one there, which is a important fact, I guess.
Target neutralized. French.
Sombra. Why is she hollying it up? I mean, admittedly, there is kind of a lot of Joker themes going. How cool is that freaking Reaper, man? He's got a skull mask as his masquerade freaking costume, as he is, wow, doing some serious work. Reaper is so ridiculous. Like, the fact he is effectively unstoppable killing machine, that's kind of an asset for your organization, but how cool is that costume? God, look at Doomfist as well. We need these masquerade skins, right? There's no way we're not gonna, like, come on, they're so badass. Oh man, in fact, in before Reaper's face under his mask is just a living skull. Can you imagine the plot twist levels? I mean, I imagine his face is just very messed up in reality. There's never been anything personal between us, you know. Our disagreement is purely on the course we are to take, the profits we stand to lose. Things have changed since you've been away. I'm sure you will see that path I have charted for our organization is for the best. Profit is not our concern. You know better. We aren't criminals satisfied by wealth and power. We know better. Huh, alright. So while Doomfist has been gone, this guy has clearly been turning Talon into something that's, well, less idealistically pure than what Doomfist would want. Because the thing is, he wants conflict to strengthen humanity. That's what he's engineering Talon to do. Because he wants that, he wants to spark the war, and he thinks that humanity will gain even stronger through the fires of battle. Whereas this guy's like, hey, let's just make money with our evil. Doomfist in jail, he ain't gonna say no, we gonna get dollar. And that's obviously not something that Doomfist is, well, not happy with, and he's like, there was no way, Talon's going in a different direction, running his hand through his hair, and he is about to get frickin' overthrown. It is. Overthrown! Did I not call it? Or did I not call it? So clearly this guy isn't strong, he's not a fighter, but he was a business mind behind Talon, and went, well, full profits, you know. He wanted $1 trillion. No one you should worry about. Okay. The rest are all taken care of. Good, let's go. So Reaper and Doomfist very much see each other as equals. They're both members of the Council of Talon. That we're about to see. Oh, snap. Just look at the guy at the bottom left. He kind of looks like his soccer. I don't know if that's going to be a reference from any of you, but it's the vibe I get. Anyone around this table could be a hero. I mean, we've got Evil Omnic. We got Doomfist. We got Reaper. We have to start a war. See? Oh, that's so cool. So this whole thing then, it is Doomfist is back, and he means to get down to business. He has got rid of this Talon council guy that was leading it in a impure direction, and he commands clear respect from both Reaper, Widow, even probably Sombra from what we saw. He is a leader, he is charismatic in his own way, and he gets the job done. He is ruthless and seemingly efficient, and he is quite the intimidating opponent. There is a reason that he is so feared and revered in the world of Overwatch. We've had Talon fleshed out into a much more imposing, resource-filled organization, and actually set the stage for future events where we can have proper Overwatch and Talon conflict as their goals conflict around the world, one trying desperately for peace because that they think is the way for humanity, the other trying desperately for war to temper everyone with the steel of combat.
and that's a very nice theme to move forward to, and I am so confident we'll get some awesome story events in, well, the near future, and just generally, it actually feels like now, for the first time in Overwatch history, while we are playing, there is a real-world lore story going on that we are following, and sometimes actually part of. And I also like that this comic basically fills in the time gap between cinematic escape and stealing the fist from Numbani, because let's be honest, the next thing that he did is go, yo, I need to get some power on my arm. How are we making this happen?
Well, they're moving the fist to the museum in Numbani.
Well, you know it's happening. And do you know something that's interesting? Probably my favorite thing about this comic, nobody calls him Doomfist. They call him Akande. They call him his name, which not only does show quite the respect, or at least they don't really call each other by their assigned supervillainy cartoony names. It's the fact that he's so intimidating and commanding without the fist, it just doesn't matter that he has it. They're really done a good job of making the fist a scary addition instead of what this guy is all about. And I am excited to see what he's all about. Alright guys, let me know if you actually kind of enjoyed this thing. I don't know. Like, if you did, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Oh, goodbye. You've been